guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be planting some bare root roses, and I'm going to walk you through the process that I go through when I'm planting those. So I just got a call from the garden center and they told me that a box showed up with my name on it with 3 rolled doll roses, and I'm super excited to plant them. So that's where we're going to head first. But I do kind of want to go back in time and tell you how I came about these roses. So Erin from the Impatient Gardener wanted to place a bet on the Rose Bowl game this past winter because her state's team, Wisconsin, was playing Oregon, which is where I live, and Oregon won, which means that I got to pick out a plant that she has to feature in a video this spring. So I asked her to please feature the Oregon grape. So she will be doing a video about that at some point this year, but she did message me afterward and she said, you know what, for being such a good sport, I'm gonna have 3 rolled doll roses shipped to your house. And they arrived today. So anyway, super excited. Here we are. Are you?
All chapped.
Are they?
Yes. We Clorox everything about 4 times a day and just, yeah.
I should probably use some right now.
Yes.
Here they are. Exciting. Oh, here's a picture of what they look like. Aren't those gorgeous? There they are. They look beautiful. Gotta get these home and get them in water.
Hey, you want to see some new stuff that just came in?
Do I want to see some new stuff that just came in? Did you actually just ask me that question? Yes?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Well, you got some rugs.
Well, these are indoor, outdoor, pillow, and rug ensemble.
Ensembles. Oh, is that a, what is that?
That's a pineapple.
Oh.
Okay. And then all of this.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Those actually are wreaths that you plant.
They look like it.
Yeah, you plant
Stuff
them
them full of moss.
Yeah.
The lamps with the wire shades.
Yeah.
Got a little shabby,
Little shabby chic going on.
yeah.
Yeah. And the frames that you plant up. And they're just for wall hangings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one's kind of neat. I like the white.
Yeah, the white's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those are Plow and Hearth. I knew that they looked familiar.
Yeah.
Unless I've seen those on their website. See, that's a pineapple, but what's that one? That's not a pineapple, is it?
Oh.
Is it a rose? Oh, rose.
Oh, that's a rose. And this looks like a Van Gogh painting to me, but it's not. But it's kind of.
Are you sure it's not? We are art connoisseurs after all. Oh, I haven't seen this windmill planter shelf thing.
New. Yeah, that's new.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I gotta get home and hydrate my roses. So here they are in a bucket of water to hydrate. I'm gonna let these sit in the bucket of water for maybe 2 to 3 hours to hydrate. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna run out and prepare the area. So I need to go get tools. So we're here at the end of the west side garden. If we turn this way, you can see our new land and the fence that goes all the way around it now. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, I had roses planted right here and gophers took every single one, and I want to try again. So I'm gonna plant these roses here and just keep my eye on them, like every day look at them, make sure that I've put a lot of the mulemax down, hopefully repel the gophers, because I know that when we start to work this land up, the gophers are gonna want to move about. So you can see the remains of a gopher mound right there that still needs to be cleaned up, but I do intend on planting up the west side garden as a moon garden, which means white flowers primarily, like maybe some shades of cream, and then all different shades of green and blue leaves. I think it's gonna be gorgeous, but as we get to the ends, I'm gonna relax the rules a little bit because I already have some Nephofia planted here. I've got some Abraham Darby, I think, roses planted up by the vegetable garden. So it'll be just kind of the middle section, which is still quite large. So what I'm gonna do is prepare the holes, and I just need to make sure that they're big enough to accommodate the roots of these roses, which they're not super big. So I'm thinking like a hole anywhere from 14 to 18 inches big is gonna be perfect. And I just wanna make sure there's lots of loose soil around them. And then I'm gonna add biotone starter fertilizer to the soil that's going back around the roots. So that is what I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna plant them in a little trio. In fact, I should probably look this rose up and see how big it gets. I can't remember. I don't think it's an enormous one, like maybe 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. Where is my phone? Oh gosh, can you see that picture? We could probably put it up on the screen. It's really beautiful. It's like kind of orangey-ish, but with a real yellow, kind of buttery yellow apricot. So pretty. It grows 4 by 4, so that's good to know. So I'm thinking one in here somewhere, one up here, and one over here. So kind of just this nice little trio. Got my holes all prepared, so it should look something like that right there. I've got some biotone in the bottom of the hole, which I'll kind of mix around in the native soil down there, and then I've sprinkled a little bit on the backfill soil as well so that it gets right up around the roots of this plant. Same for this one. This hole had quite a number of rocks in it right there, but I got through that layer and got down to some decent soil. And if you're gonna plant more than one thing, this is inevitable in our garden. So I may or may not have to adjust this. I might be able to kind of put the top, like the crown of the plant right here, and just have the drip tube run right by it, but it just kind of depends on the shape of the rose once I get it over here. So we'll tackle that when we get to it. So this is what your rose will look like when you get it out of its water bath. It looks nice and fresh, the roots look hydrated, and every rose will look a little bit different. I have some that I get that have really big extensive root systems, some are a little bit smaller. Either way, you want to pop it down in the hole that you dug for it to make sure that you have enough room for its roots to grow. You don't want to have to manipulate and jam the roots in there. So I've already done that. I popped this one down in the hole and I've got plenty of room for it to grow. And then you want to be mindful of the graft unions. So kind of this more swollen area here And we're gonna be burying the rows just like 1 to 2 inches deeper than that graft union. So all you will see above the surface of the soil is this right here, just the tops, the branches. So let's get this one planted. Okay, so we're gonna place our rows down in the hole, and you can see where the original soil level is, about right here. And so this graft union is going to be down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna just gently backfill just to where I can get this positioned right. There we go. Now I can use both hands to get some soil in around the rows. And we leave the little tags on so that we can identify it later on if we forget on accident. It's just happening more and more in my life lately. Now I'm going to use my foot to lightly tamp the soil down. So there it is, first one's done. It looks really good. You're just looking at branches there. That graft union has been buried a little bit below the soil surface. And then I just kind of fluffed some of the mulch that was around this area, just a super light layer around it just so it blends, except for the existing gopher mound, which I need to clean up. So now I'll plant the next 2 and we'll get them all watered in. That looks pretty good. And backfill. Yep, I'm gonna have to go a little bit bigger. I think that this little trio is going to be so pretty over here. So one there, here, and there, and they're surrounding a coral burst crabapple tree. And the trio actually looks really good from the way we drive in too. Hold on, let me see if I can get a view of that. Yeah, so right there, there, and there. So it looks really good, really from whatever angle you're at. And then I am planning on, somebody told me that you could paint these little covers that are on these wires, and I'm thinking I could paint them maybe black, and they might kind of disappear a little bit more into the background there. But we are going to be heavily planting this because this is kind of off subject, but over here we have a gate, and then the gravel road will come in and kind of swoop around because there's a bunch of like utility, and there's a sewer thing there, and there's a water access, so we can't really obviously put a road over it. So we're going to swoop out and then back in, and it'll meet our driveway. So we're going to be taking out this part of the white fence here. Anyway, that said, we're going to be planting this area pretty heavily, so I'm kind of hoping to mask some of this menagerie in here, hopefully. And that is it for today's project. So Erin at The Impatient Gardener, thank you so much for sending these out. Totally didn't expect to get a gift like that for participating in that wager. So if you ever want to do any other wagers, I'm down, sign me up. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful to see how I plant bare root roses. And of course, we'll be giving you updates as the season progresses. We will see you in the next video. Bye.